Hello, my name is Kai Unity Kai. Welcome. I'm going to be starting with some Unity development. Kind of continuing where I left off last time. I figured out how to address an error with a environment script. So I will be working on that. And I hope that it won't be too big of an issue. But essentially there is a environment that I want to load in instead of the environment that I am kind of piecing together. And in order to do that, I need to go in and edit some script variables using Visual Studio. Once that's done, the environment should load in fine. And then it's going to be back to work on the character. And I think that the script, the animation for the character is already embedded. I think it's already baked in. So I'll just have to export the character, add them into the scene, and from there I can control the character or add a player control variable anyway. Following Unity, I am planning on doing some PlayStation 4 remote play. I haven't done that in a while. And so I've got the PlayStation hooked up, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the PlayStation. I do know that while I have it in my mind real quick, I'm going to go ahead and open the controller that I need for it. Rather, it's a, there it is. It will allow me to use my Xbox 360 controller as a PlayStation 4 controller when I'm doing remote play on the PlayStation. I think I might also have to open DS4. I don't know whether or not for sure, but I did anyway. Doesn't hurt. Um, so yeah, so for PlayStation Remote Play, I'll do. There's a few different ideas I have. Um, I'm kind of uh, juggling them around there in my mind. Let me go ahead and put the display capture on. But I was kind of thinking. Um, Final Fantasy 15. These are all disc games, by the way. I have the discs for them. Final Fantasy 15, I don't know if you'll have to install a update for it or a patch. I do know that in the past, I have had to install a patch. There's been a couple of games, a couple of PlayStation 4 games I've played, where it's just simply insert the disc and maybe a real small update and you're on your way. But I think for something like Final Fantasy 15, it might require an update. I don't know, but I'm guessing that it would. So if that is the case, what I will do, I have a couple of other ideas instead. Um, let's see. Resident Evil 6, that was the other idea that I had in mind. Or if not Resident Evil 6, it's a game called uh, Battlefield Hardline, I think it's called. I've only ever played that game one time, and I last played it probably like 5 years ago. And so don't have very much knowledge about it, but I think that that one might be the best bet, either that or Resident Evil 6, because I don't think that those are really going to require too large of an update, if they have require an update at all. But Final Fantasy 15, I do think will require an update. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, that is the plan, Stan. So for the Succubus, I'm going to continue the texturing with her. Got her textures in, some of them last time, her skin textures, her eyes, and a couple of other textures there. So for the Unity environment, I think what I'm going to have to actually do is reload the entire environment. Because this is its own project, which I've aptly named Melancholy. I think that's fitting for a Castlevania-themed game. You can't necessarily just load that environment in here. I mean, maybe you can. But I've already got, well, maybe you can. I don't know. But what I would prefer to do is, instead of doing that, just reload the project. So I think if I remember, let me see my tutorial here. So I've got the code up here for the minimum attribute Unity editor post-processing that I'm going to have to edit. What's happening here is this map is an outdated environment. So what it's doing is it's an ambiguous reference error. And it's caused by multiple possibilities for the minimum attribute function existing. In this case, we specify that we need to use the one from Unity engine. So, what I need to do is I need to load that in. And let's see here. I think Melancholy is the one that I had experimented with, or maybe I had loaded the environment in there. I can't quite remember for sure. But what I'll do is I'll start a new project. a 3D high definition pipeline project. High definition render pipeline project. Well, wait a minute. I think ultra render pipeline. I think that's what it's the acronym is there for. So what I'll do is I'll name this one Lost Woods. And we'll go ahead and create that. Let that render, and once it is completed rendering, I'll go ahead and load the environment in there. So hopefully I can get this error fixed. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. It does take a little while to compile everything, but once it's compiled, it should go rather quickly. But it's a very simple issue to fix. Quite simple indeed. You just have to edit a couple of lines of code. Not a huge deal. Might also run a little bit of Spotify in the background, perhaps, so it's not extremely dead silence quiet. I was running a no copyright free, no copyright, no copyright free playlist just on YouTube. But I think I'll pull up Spotify and have a little bit of music running low volume in the background. All right, so what I should be able to do here is just open the I believe it's the package manager here. And so what this will do is it will load it in as a, I think a prefab is what it will do. Package manager, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so what's it called? Lost Grounds, I think it is, or something like that. And so that's going to be in my assets. Flooded Grounds. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and import this, and what it's going to do is, because this is an outdated environment, it's going to give an error. And that error is going to be an ambiguous error, calling to the minimum attribute Unity engine.postprocessing error. And so what I have to do is I have to open this, open the code in Visual Studio and edit a couple of lines of code. For every call that it has this line, I need to change it to Unity engine.postprocessing.min attribute. So I'm going to go ahead and load it in. Before I do that, I'll show a couple of other assets that I have in here. Aged Riverboat was one that I was looking to use for the Cornell map that I was working on, I think last year. And then I've got a couple of things like AI behavior. That's just an easy behavior tree. Here's another environment, Crypt Dungeon. Here's an easy objective system, a quest system. Some NPCs. I've also been looking into AI NPCs, also known as smart NPCs. In fact, it's touted to be the next big thing in gaming, where you can actually talk to them and they'll intelligently have a conversation with you. It's quite interesting. Here's another environment. food props. I think that this was an asset that was called for in one of the tutorials. Game framework, I'm not quite sure what that is. Here is a Neo City. This is kind of a Neo Tokyo, kind of a dystopian type cyberpunk environment. Old Seaport, that is the one that I was using in the Melancholy project. Again, this one did not load in properly either, so what I did is I just started messing with the assets, the prefabs, and kind of creating my own environment. This is for a third-person controller. What you do is you essentially affix this to the character. It's just a different control scheme. And then this here is a different character. A heretic, it looks like. Okay, so flooded grounds, I'm going to go ahead and import that. It will give an error, I know that. And then what I'm going to have to do is go in and find this error here and get this fixed. So it says all you need to do is add one line to the top of both minimum drawer.cs files using minimum attribute unity engine.postprocessing.minimum attribute. All right. So sounds easier said than done, but we'll see here. I did mention earlier that I found the problem, but I should have said I learned the problem. Learned about what it is. Because I haven't fixed it yet. Figured I would save that until I did the Unity development on the stream. Because it is interesting, I feel like, because I'm still learning it. And I think it's interesting, especially for very experienced developers, to kind of see, you know, what I experience as a brand new newbie getting my feet wet. All right, so here are the assets. What we'll do is we'll import them all, and it's going to give us an error message. It'll be that minimum attribute error. So it should be as easy as pulling up Visual Studio and replacing a few lines of code, 2 or 3 lines of code here. All right. So as soon as it loads that in, it's going to immediately pull up an error down here. Oh, it looks like they've already they give you a code that you can cut and paste. Hmm. So come to find out, this is actually this map is used in a tutorial, a learning tutorial. But I am using it for an actual level design. It is kind of a, you know, darkish type level, and that's the reason I want it. That's the reason I named the title as well, the way that I did, Melancholy. I'm also thinking about um, storyboarding. I was, alright, so there are the assets in there. So there is the issue down here. So it gave me the assets, but it didn't load the whole level in. And so here is the error right here. See? It's exactly the error I've been speaking of. So what you have to do is you have to pull this up in Visual Studio. And there's a couple of lines of code here that you're going to have to edit. This person in their tutorial is giving a straight up script that's already. I don't know if I really want to use that, but I might. Okay, so I'm not going to sign in. All right, so an update is available. I'll do that later. Okay, so I guess just what you're going to do is just replace this whole script. So I guess that's what I'll do. So change the min drawer. Yeah, okay. So what I'll do is I'll cut and paste this script. All right, so there we go. Easy as that, it should be. Looks like there must. You can also just using minimum attribute equals unity engine dot post processing dot minimum attribute. Right. It looks like that's already been done. Let's see if there's another code in here. 2020. Looks like it might be the same. Oh, I think he's just quoting this guy. Okay. All right, so you should just then be able to just save the code, I guess. So that was simple enough. Although I'm not quite sure where I'm going to save it to, though. Guess just save. All right, so should I re-import? Oh, it's going to recompile it, it looks like. Okay. Oh, okay, so it found the update here. Some of this project source files refer to an API that has changed, right? These can be automatically updated. It's recommended to have a backup. I don't want a backup because this does not work the way that it is currently. Do you want these files to be updated? Yes, for these files and other files that might be found later. Or yes, just for these files. I'm going to say for these files and other files that may be found later. Let's see what that does. So it should load the environment in. Well, at least there's no error code. That's nice. So that script did work. Okay. So now we need to go into the prefabs. And here are the assets. Oh, I need a plane, actually. Game object, 3D object, plane. And let's resize this here. All right, well, I guess I'll still create it myself, I suppose. And again, what I'm going to do is kind of go back and forth as I did last time. Yeah, let me get a little bit of music on. I'll just run a little bit of music in the background here.
Some fun like one of a kind. I'm halfway out, just trying to lose you now. Yeah, it was an illusion now. Yeah, I just wanna see you out. To get it out, leaving all your texts on red with the games you left now. Get it out.
Alright, so what I'll do is, just kind of switch back and forth here. I'm gonna adjust this, adjust this, adjust this.
Shots with a broken spleen, yeah. I'm blessed with the mess you leave, yeah. It's hard to stop me, yeah. So I don't wanna know.
Alright, well, I guess what I'll do here is just kind of all kinds of assets here. Human scale material. Oh, why is that so small? Branch. Alright, well. Starting to get some architecture in here.
You know that you control me. Guilty self-affliction. Prey on me when I'm lonely. And I'm your willing victim. My friends already told me, but I don't wanna listen. 'Cause I love the way you hold me. And I don't need a reason. 'Cause I don't wanna be.
Need to get a ground here as well. Can't tell if that's... Oh, okay, that's perfectly fine. Looks like it's that ramp there.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that?
So I'm gonna kind of just have to do this on the fly, I suppose, because I don't really...
So if I get a Discover card...
There's all kinds of assets here.
Apparently. Wait.
Oh, there's some trees.
Cashback match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Some things in life just don't make sense. You can drink a drink, but you can't food a food. You know what really doesn't make sense? Popeye's packing their big box with 2 pieces of hand-breaded, crispy signature chicken, 2 tempting regular sides, and a flaky, melt-in-your-mouth biscuit. And
Well, that makes it look immediately better.
It's impossible to wrap your head around a big box. Luckily, you just have to wrap your mouth around it. Popeyes. We don't make sense. We make chicken. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Price may vary. Tax extra.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Tito's handmade vodka is so good and smooth, you can mix it with anything.
Alright, so for the plane itself,
Usual drink order sounds like this.
I would like to texture that, I guess, as some type of a grass plains or something. So the plane here,
Sounds pretty good. 40% alcohol.
I should be able to
Crafted to be savored responsibly.
material. So I guess here is where you will choose a texture for it. Okay. All these fucking trees. Shit. Alright, I'm putting too many in one spot here. Well, I guess that'll come along, I suppose. So yeah, my goal here is just kind of to get the environment somewhat looking okay. Again, I'm going to kind of jump back and forth here. I have some more texturing to do for her. So, for the Succubus, it's pretty easy. Once you export her, what you're going to do is, after you load her into Unity, she already has a baked-in animation. So, you'll essentially just add a player control variable, I guess you could call it. But I don't really want her to be a player-controlled character. I want her to be a non-player-controlled character. And I'm kind of trying to follow from Castlevania Legacy of Darkness here. Like I said, that's kind of why I wanted to do a storyboard, so I can better kind of piece together my ideas here. But what I want to have happen is I want there to be a continuation from Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. At the end of that game, what had happened is Cornell, the wolf part of him, essentially jumped out of him, his other half, and sacrificed itself to save Cornell's sister, Ada. And Dracula, on his way down into the pits of hell, dragged the wolf down with him. So I kind of wanted to continue in a way where Dracula has used the power of the werewolf to regenerate himself. And somewhere along these lines, the Succubus fits into this. And she's going to help the protagonist along the way. But that's kind of my idea, you know. So it's kind of a Castlevania-themed game. It's kind of a Succubus-themed game as well. It's kind of its own commingling of themes and ideas, I guess.
Folklore tells of an ancient tribe who dedicated their lives to creating a gummy so soft and airy that no enemy dare question their brilliance. But then others claim that.
But I think that for the rest of this time, I'm just going to focus on populating the environment here. I think it looks pretty cool so far. Got a tower in the middle there, a house on one side, a shed, some trees, foliage. And then what I'll do is put some more color, some more textures there for the Succubus.
An experienced sous chef is the missing ingredient in his kitchen.
What do you mean, plate or a bowl? You work at La Pasta in La Cop.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you healthy and 18 to 55 years old? Do you want to be a part of improving and even saving lives? Consider participating in a clinical research study at ICON. We have many healthy studies to choose from, and you may be compensated up to $18,000 for participation. To learn more about how you can be a clinical research hero, call ICON at 801-719-5711 or visit us online at icon.com/slc.
Maybe I'll put some trees along the edges there. And then what I'm going to do is essentially export her as a FBX file, I believe, is what I need to do. But she already has animations. See her hair waving and stuff. And she already has a skeleton rig as well. But I do need to do some more work on her textures here. And I have, see, so here's the Succubus textures. Oh, there's another non-player character I want to get in there, Aaron. That's a male character. And he's kind of what I'm going to do as Cornell, I guess you could say. So I'm going to have to model him, kind of like change his hair color to gray. So here's all of her textures. And so essentially what you have to do is you just have to go in one by one and add her textures in. So, for instance, the horn band. Looks like there's little hooks on there. Alright, well, I keep on getting ahead of myself and also behind myself because I'm all over the fucking place. But let me do one thing at a time here. That's how my mind works. I do, like, 5 things at once. Let me add in some more foliage and whatnot along the edge of the plane here. And I'll have to extend this plane later because it's just kind of like a basic, you know, it's quite a small plane. So, I think that this can be called the tree world. So many damn trees in here. The trees look okay, though, I have to say. I mean, it's definitely not a next-gen texture, but they have branches and everything, so... Alright, let me put some trees over on this side of the map.
What do you expect me to say? You know that I will always find a way to fuck up everything that we ever made. Some people change and some people don't. Don't give it another shot. We've had enough, I think it's time to stop. I fucked up everything we ever made. Some people change, but you know I won't. Maria, I wanna make everything okay. Don't trust me, forgive me. You have to find a way.
God damn, there's so many trees. So, once I get the Succubus in here, I can go ahead and move her around in this environment. But then again, I don't really want the Succubus to be a player-controlled character. I want her to be an NPC. Let's see if Microsoft, what's it called? Yeah, this. 3D viewer. I wanted to see if it would pull this character up. Maybe not. Well, I can load that character in... Oh, it's a 3D... that's already an object file. I can probably load that into this map, though. Let's see. Import a new asset. Let's go ahead and see if we can import that. Yeah, okay. So, I really shouldn't have done this. I just wanted to see the character, but... This character I don't think has a skeletal rig for it. It's just a T-pose. So, You want to add a rig in Blender, you can do it manually, or you can use, there's a lot of services that will automatically rig a character for you. Like Maximo or Miximo, I think it's called. You can just load in a character model and choose from a lot of different presets, prefab animations. Game development is a lot of drag and dropping, I have to say. It's kind of like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater editor, you know, where you make a skate park. It's more than that, because you do have to know some coding. But even then, a lot of the coding you can find in forums and shit. Or you're using visual coding, like, for instance, what I showed earlier, where you're kind of just snapping code and instructions together. But inevitably, you do need to know some coding. And, I know very little. Hello, Alfred. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Alright, so apparently this is going to take a little while here to load him in. I guess in the meantime I'll continue with her textures. So it looks like it already has this texture in there. You can see the textures of her hooks.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match, only from Discover.
3 minutes 45. It keeps on climbing there.
¿Sabes lo que no tiene sentido? Papa es Big Box con 2 piezas de pollo, 2 acompañamientos regulares y un biscuit, todo por $6.99.
Shit, I didn't want to import it that bad.
Solo disfrútala. Tiempo limitado en restaurantes de Estados Unidos. El precio varía, impuesto adicional.
Okay, team, lines already around the block, and we're open in 10. Yesterday, we had...
Wonder if I can cancel this import.
An experienced sous chef is the missing ingredient in his kitchen.
What do you mean?
What happens if I just exit it?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard.
Okay, there we go.
Indeed.com/credit.
Oh, okay.
$5 towards your
So,
first job.
hey, there's Aaron. So there he is. I guess I'll just load him into the app. Take a look at him. So there he is, upside down. So he does not have any textures. Oh, that's not a good sign. Maxing out the storage here with this project. No, this always happens. It's because it's running on my SSD drive. I only have 256 gigs there, a terabyte on the D drive. So, no textures for him. But that kind of looks like Cornell, does it not? Just color his hair gray. So that is going to be the player-controlled character. And the Succubus, an NPC. Also, let me look at the storage here to see what's going on. Yeah, so on the SD, or the SSD, 201 megabytes left. So that is indeed because of this project. Guess I should have probably thought of that. By the way, I'm going to switch here soon over to the remote play. Okay, so I have a lot of shit on Steam. I'm gonna delete a couple of things on there real quick. So Halo the Master Chief Collection. I'm gonna delete that. I have to reinstall it anyway, so... There was an issue, I don't know what I did to mess it up either, but... Alright, so I'm gonna install that, because that's like 60 gigs right there. Something like 60 gigs. So, alright, that's uninstalled. So, I had done something where, I think what I had done was I, changed it to like a virtual display or something. And ended up causing it to freeze, it can no longer launch the game correctly. I think it's because it's set to like use a virtual display or something. I don't know for sure. So, note to self, make sure that you have adequate room when you're doing fucking projects. Didn't really think about that, and I don't know why I didn't. Alright, so there's almost 2 gigs free. I don't want to fucking delete the project. Oh, you know what? What I can do is I can delete the Melancholy project because I don't need that. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, remove that. Rollerball, remove that. Then let me go into the Unity folder and delete those. Which would be where? So when you delete a, maybe on users. When you delete a project off of Unity, it doesn't actually delete it off of your hard drive, it just takes it out of the hub. Okay, guess I'll use Windows here. I need the folder, please. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to clear up a little bit of room here real quick. I cannot believe how much room that took, and so quickly, too. Okay. Jesus Christ. And so, I mean, you could put those on, put everything on the hard drive, and maybe that's what I'll do in the future, you know, I don't know. I don't know where the Unity folder is, so that's what I'm trying to find real quick. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here is the editor. Fuck. Just look this shit up. Yeah, it's cloud-based, I know, but where is it on the hard drive? Looks like there's a lot of assets as well that I think that I doubled up on. So fucking annoying. Yeah. I really should have thought of that before I went in and started with a huge project. Alright, well, what I'll do is I'll just delete.
Some things in life just don't make sense.
So let me look at Steam again.
But you can't food a food? You know what really doesn't make sense? Popeye's packing their big box with 2 pieces of hand-breaded, crispy signature chicken, 2 tempting regular sides, and a flaky, melt-in-your-mouth biscuit. And offering all that for just $6.99. It's impossible to wrap your head around a big box. Luckily, you just
So Max Payne, that's 1.27 gigs. Max Payne 2, didn't I delete those? Let me look again. But anyways.
85% water, right? 85% water. Tide Pods are only
before I do any more editing in this, I'll take a look at it one more time, but I'm going to have to create a space on the D drive before I do any more work on it, because it's just eating up the space. So let me look at this library again and see what I have on here.
Are you healthy and 18 to 55 years old? Do you want to be a part of improving and even saving lives? Consider participating in a clinical research study at Icon. We have many healthy studies to choose from, and you may be...
But anyhow, what I was going to say is I'm going to get over to PlayStation 4 Remote Play here soon. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Okay, let's see here. Did that free up enough space? 1.36 gigs. I have 256 gigs. It's freeing up space on the D drive. No fucking wonder. That's because the Steam games are on the D drive. Alright. If I could just find the damn Steam folder or Unity folder, I could delete some of these old projects out of there. Yeah, where are Unity projects stored? Documents folder under Unity projects. See Unreal projects. It's an empty folder. Don't see Unity projects. Yeah, I apologize. I just want to free up a little bit of space real quick. So, documents under Unity projects. There is no Unity projects folder in documents, though. There's Unreal. Let me see if Windows will show something. But anyways, what I'll do as soon as I fucking delete a couple of more things, what I'm gonna do here is show you the last little bit progress that I've made for closing everything out. But goddamn, putting all those assets in there, holy shit. My god. That really ate up storage very quickly. So 1.35 gigs. What I want to do is delete... I want at least 20 gigs free on there. I don't know where that Unity projects folder is at, though. So, this is on the C drive. How much is all that together? 19.4 gigs. $4.61 for Super Bomberman. Okay, delete that shit. Fucking, I've never played that game. Yeah, I apologize. I was not expecting this. Alright, so I'm just going to delete a couple of things here. Next time I do this, I'm going to make damn sure that I have a reserved amount of space. Because this eats up space extremely quick. Shenmue 3. Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. That's been deleted, but it's still showing in the directory. Okay, how much did that give me there? Almost 6 gigs. Okay. Let me delete just a couple of other things here. I'm trying to get this done in the next 12 minutes because that's when I need to switch on over to the PlayStation. But like I says, I'll show the progress here one more time before I do that. I just was not expecting it to eat up the space this quickly, so... YouTube VODs. Chicken and waffles and Nutella brownie bars? It was like a year ago. Alright, that should be okay for now. Let me see. Alright, 6 gigs. That's good enough for now. Alright, so let me show you one more time what we've got here. So we've got this character, which is who I'm going to have for Cornell. I lifted him up in the air like that, so it's easier to see him, but that's who I'm going to have as Cornell. Then here's the environment. Pretty cool. But goddamn, every one of these trees is worth like a gig in data or something, I swear. That ate up the data so fast. Alright, anyways, that's the environment. And Succubus didn't really do a damn thing except for her head, what is it, her horn bands, it looks like. Alright, so 6 gigs, that's good enough for now. What I'm going to do here is use the restroom, and then I'm going to jump on over to the PlayStation 4 Remote Play. And I'm going to try to do Final Fantasy 15 to start with. If that doesn't work, what I mean by that is if it requires an update, then I'm going to try either Resident Evil 6 or I think it's called Battlefield Hardline, I think is what it's called. Again, these are all on disc, so... Alright, well, I was hoping to save these to my hard drive and then fucking share them, but since this new Snapchat tool doesn't like doing that, it saves it to the clipboard, so I'm gonna have to just go ahead and share them now. So I will. And then I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to PlayStation 4 Remote Play. Okay, let's see. Let me pull up the Unity editor. I want to be able to show this as a nice little screen of it here. I guess I'll show a couple of them. Alright, let me grab one more. I'm gonna pull up the Cornell again. So when the screen freezes like that, that's because I'm taking a screenshot. Like I said, I'd like to just save them and share them later, but I don't know how to use this new Snapchat. Snapshot. There we go. Alright, so what I'll do now is go ahead and jump on over to the PlayStation 4 Remote Play. I'm going to put him back down on the ground. And, yeah, I didn't realize that... I should have realized. But geez Louise, it takes up so much data to do a game project. Especially when you're adding in 1,000 trees like I am. Alright, so save that. Gonna go ahead and close it out. And I'm gonna use the restroom here in just a second. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the PlayStation 4 Remote Play when I return. Alright, so there we go. There's a little bit more space back. 12.74 gigs. I only had to delete quite a few things. And when I say 12.74, that's on my C drive. My C drive is my SSD, and that's just 256 gigs. That's nothing. My D drive is 1 terabyte, and that's a hard drive, 7200 RPM hard drive. But I have the Unity on this C drive, the SSD, so it loads things quickly. But I can't do that. I'm gonna just have to bite the bullet and put it on the fucking hard drive. It'll be a little bit slower, sure, but it eats up storage way too quickly. Can't do it. It's just too much. So,
if I get a Discover card right now,
let me wait for this advertisement to finish so I can pause it. So next time I play Spotify, it won't to be on an advertisement. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the restroom, and when I get back, I'm going to fire up the good old PlayStation. Just waiting for this advertisement to finish.
Regular sides and a biscuit, all for $6.99. You can't wrap your head around the big box, but you can wrap your mouth around it. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Price may vary. Tax extra.
Hershey's Cookies and Cream is the ultimate combination.
3 ads back to back. Holy crap. I guess I'd rather have them all at once.
Delicious balance of flavor and texture, and always ready for an encore. Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Creamy, crunchy, and all yours. Find Hershey's Cookies and Cream bars at your local convenience store today.
Pure Leaf is
Jesus Christ. Number 4. Come on here. God damn.
Zesty lemon or ripe raspberry without any artificial flavors. Pure leaf iced tea. Real variety, real brewed. Click or tap the banner to learn more.
All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to run and use the restroom. I do have the program pulled up here. What it's going to do is it's going to use the Xbox controller as a PlayStation 4 controller. Once I get the PlayStation 4 Remote Play on. So I'm going to start with Final Fantasy 15. See how well that works. If I need to download an update, I'm not going to worry about it. But again, I'm just going to see what happens. So, okay. All right. Well, I'll be right back. You know what? I forgot my Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. PlayStation 4 Remote Play when I get back. Alright, I fired up the good old PlayStation. I'm gonna go ahead and get it connected on PlayStation 4 Remote Play. And then I'm gonna pop a game in. Either Well, I'm going to start with Final Fantasy 15 and see what that does. Alright, so the PlayStation should be up and ready going. I don't know if my PlayStation 4 controller has batteries in it anymore. Oh my god, it does. Alright. Haven't used this thing in months. Well, damn. These batteries last a long time on standby. So I'm going to just use this to connect to it real quick, and then I'm going to use the Xbox controller to actually play it. So what I'm going to do is get it connected real quick. Should already be logged in. I logged in earlier. I don't know if I need to log in again. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do is... Why would that be on? Oh, I know why. For some reason, it interprets the PlayStation Remote Play window or other small windows like this as no board. It like captures a similar window. Anyway, so what I'm going to have to do is connect to this directly. So I'm going to have to pop over to my TV and punch in a code for it. So link manually. All right. So this still has 2 bars left. I haven't used this controller in months. Alright, so I'm going to link it manually. Now, is that a familiar sound? Right, now the Xbox controller should work. It doesn't. Hmm. Well... Oh, there's interpreting 2 controllers connected. Oh, I guess there is. Ah, baby. Had this working before. Well, if I have to... Oh, maybe I need to connect it after I've plugged the PlayStation 4 up. Maybe that's why. If I have to use the PlayStation 4 controller, I will. Oh, it's already running. Right, let me exit it and relaunch it. I think maybe you might have to launch it after you've started remote play with the... No? Alrighty. Well, I guess I will use the PlayStation 4 controller then. I've used this before. I've used the Xbox controller for the PlayStation, so I'm not quite sure, but it just means I'll be handicapped because my left joystick on the PlayStation 4 controller is messed up. So it doesn't work that well a lot of the time. Then I guess I'll have to struggle with it. Alright, so let me plug in my PlayStation 4 controller. And then I will put Final Fantasy into the drive. Again, I'm using, it's a physical disc. And if it requires a huge update, I'm not going to do it. I'll either do Resident Evil 6 or I'll do Battlefield Hardline, I think it's called. Alright, so let me go ahead and put the game in. Lag is fucking horrible. I'm gonna run DS4 again. Yeah, that seems to be a little bit better. Alright, let me go ahead and pop the game in. So 33.12 gigs, that's what I was worried about, an update. So I'm not going to play it. So next thing, Resident Evil 6, I'll try that. So I was looking for 35.5 gigs for this one? Jesus Christ. I was looking for Resident Evil 6, and I don't know where it is, but I'll tell you, wherever it is, it's in the Final Fantasy X case. I don't know where it's at, but it's around here somewhere, but I have the Final Fantasy X disc. You know what? Why don't I just play Final Fantasy X? But the Resident Evil 6 disc is in the Final Fantasy X case, wherever it might be. Yeah. Not sure what I did with that. I was looking in my back room and I don't see it back there either. It is obviously somewhere back there. I've been moving stuff around, rearranging stuff. So I've obviously put it back there somewhere. But anyways, the Resident Evil 6 is in the Final Fantasy X game case. That's somewhere, I think, in my back room. Your encoder settings keyframe interval 1.49 recommended is 2. My keyframe interval is 2. What beautiful music. Not a problem with the controller, there's a problem with the connection to it to remotely. Very hell of an input lag. I don't think how I could fix that real quick. Let's continue a save from December 25th. That's Christmas. Christmas of 2017. Holy shit. My last playthrough of this was in May of this year. Jeez. So 12/25, that's Christmas. Really wish I could figure out this fucking lag. It's the input lag on the controller. Not quite sure why it's doing this, though. Oh. Let me fucking close this. That might help. I think those two are conflicting against one another. There we go. Yes, that is why. They were conflicting against one another. Okay. Good. Gotta figure that shit out. Oh, The Last Guardian. That's such a good game. I should play that next week. That's such a good game. Twisted Metal. Alright. December 25th, 2017. Christmas of 2017. Holy moly. Yeah, the controller works fine now. It was conflicting against that other program I was using to convert the inputs API calls into from PlayStation into Xbox. Complicated shit, I know. Yeah, works fine now. Alright. I was getting a keyframe error saying 1.79 when I'm on 2 keyframes. And I'll have to look it up later. Alright, so what's up here? This is probably why I stopped. Oh, there we go. I guess I should look at the map. That might help. Ooh, that was a close call.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Yeah, this NVENC encoder is so much better than the CPU encoder.
Cold. Need fire.
With flint and tinder, you could start another fire here. Alright, so there's the tender. I just need the flint. Oh, there we go. There's the flint. Razor God 420, hello. No, I was doing... Is this the game I made? I wish. I was working on a game earlier. This is Final Fantasy X.
I need food.
Yeah, if this was the game I was
What do you
working on, I'd
want?
be a millionaire.
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
But, yeah, I was working on a game earlier. I abruptly stopped it because I didn't properly plan ahead for the storage requirements of it. So I'll do that next week, or next Friday when I go on. But it was eating up my C storage.
Give me a break!
So I had to stop it. Alrighty, so got our new
You on my
teammate.
side? Cool.
But yeah, that's funny. I wish this was the game I made. Shit, I'd be a millionaire. Final Fantasy X was one of the most popular Final Fantasies ever.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go!
Fredek Drak!
Ifin, Irisa, Tekiaka!
Wak Edeku! Kemed?
Fed! Trivida Grisa!
Dralnia Drakisha Dave.
Ifun Petted! Fapuneket Fedrik! Kuno.
So she knocked him out, obviously, because she wants her group to think that, you know, she's on their side, obviously, and so she knocks him out.
Kid, the Daija.
Hey, that hurts!
Usujek, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Kindness!
Right, whatever.
Tui Hood Kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Akomala!
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Alright, so we're gonna go swimming. What's this over here? Primer Volume 1. Oh, okay. The secrets of their language. I see. So find these primers to help you decipher the strange alphabet language.
Oh, almost forgot.
Oh, man. I don't know if I can skip this tutorial. I mean, I guess the tutorials are necessary, but... Alright, let me go diving.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
Alright, so go investigate the ruins. Oh, our friend came with us. Thought she was gonna stay up there on the deck. Okay. Bang on the computer screen, that'll work. Oh, damn. They bit the hell out of her. Holy crap. I think that we have an oxygen limit, too. Ah, turn me around. Okay, this way. Oh, examine? Uh-oh, here we go. This kind of reminds me of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where you're a kid and you're fighting the octopus enemy down in the Jabu Jabu belly. Oh, man. Yeah, she's almost dead. Give her a high potion. Wait, I guess? Stand by me. Well, that didn't work out too well, did it? Stole a grenade. Nice. Oh, shit. Why is an octopus carrying grenades around? Dun, 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 dun. Alright. I am going to use the restroom very quick. I'll be right back in just a moment. Hello, GM. Yes, Final Fantasy X. It is a great game, isn't it? How are you? By the way, I'm doing under an hour. I'm gonna go to 3.5 hours tonight, so I'm at 2 hours and 33 minutes, so that means another 57 minutes. Did some game development earlier, kind of learning still. When I say game development, I'm still learning, so, but hey, I progressed a little bit. I filled up my C drive. I wasn't thinking ahead of how much space game development uses. And my C drive is my SSD, and it's 256 gigabytes. I should have it on my 1 terabyte hard drive, although it will be slower to load assets and stuff. Still, I have more space there. But making a game, it really fills up very quickly. So I had to go in and delete some things, because I was down to 250 megabytes. So I had to go in and delete some things to free it up, and now I'm at like 5 or 6 gigs free. But again, when I say game development, I'm still learning, so. But I had PlayStation 4 Remote Play in mind, and I wanted to do Final Fantasy 15, but that needs an update. Then I figured Resident Evil 6, but I can't find the freaking disc. It's in the Final Fantasy 10 case somewhere. I think it's in my back room. So I settled on Final Fantasy 10. Yeah, not 69 minutes, probably like 54 minutes actually. Something like that. I'm gonna keep it at 3.5 hours. It's hard for me to go any really longer than that. I always plan for 4.5 hours. I always plan for 4.5 hours, but it's tough, man. I don't have it in me nowadays, you know? And I'm doing okay. It's good to hear you're doing alright, man. I was thinking about you the other day. Yeah, the game development, it really fills up quick because you start adding in assets and stuff, and it really starts getting filled up. You almost need a dedicated hard drive if you're going to do game development. Maybe like an external hard drive or something, you know, for it's just game development, you know? Because, yeah, it sure fills up quick. I posted some screenshots in Discord of kind of like where I'm at. And it's not much, you know, but I'm learning and I enjoy it. There's a lot of things I didn't get to that I would have liked to have, but I'll do those next Friday. I kind of talked about the idea behind what I'm doing as well. It's kind of a continuation from Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. With the sacrifice at the end where the wolf jumps out of Cornell's body to save his sister, and Dracula grabs the wolf and takes the wolf down with him as he's going down to hell. So it's kind of like a continuation from there. And the Succubus fits into that somewhere. I'm not quite sure yet, but I want her to be a NPC, not a player-controlled character, but an NPC. I have 2 copies of Resident Evil 6 Jam. I have a physical disc on PlayStation 4, and I also have a digital version on Steam. I just don't have it installed. So that's why I opted to do it on PlayStation 4, because I don't have it installed on the computer. So I figured, hey, just fucking pop the disc into the PlayStation 4, you know what I mean? So that was my reasoning behind it. Yeah, okay. So it makes sense because all I was doing was just kind of like populating a map, and it filled up it filled up the space so quickly. But I guess it's because the assets are pretty detailed. They're not extremely detailed, but detailed enough that I filled it up quite quickly. So yeah, I think really what I'll do is I'll move my Unity folder over to my 1 terabyte hard drive. And maybe in the future, I'll get a cheap external hard drive and just dedicate that to the game development. I think that's what is probably the best idea. But anyways, yeah, I've got under an hour here, so why don't I just kind of mess around on something, I think. I don't want something that you gotta think a lot. I do enough of thinking during the day. And I think I'm just gonna kind of do something that doesn't require a lot of thinking for the last little part of the game, of the stream. don't know if I have this installed. Oh, maybe I do. I downloaded this from the Japan PlayStation Store. Yeah, well, shit. With the new Twitch guidelines, do you think I need to set this as sexually explicit content? Like, if you drink a lot, you have to set a category, you have to set a tag for that. If it's sexual material, you have to set a tag for that too. But this isn't really sexual. They're wearing swimsuits. I don't know. I don't really want to risk it if I don't know. It's like I said, man. Twitch is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I know it will. I prepared for that, GM. I don't really want to load it on the hard drive. Ideally, I'd rather have it on the SSD, but hey, I only have so much space on the SSD, so I would have to put it on the hard drive. Yeah, mine is on mature. It's been on that way as well. But what I'm saying is, on Twitch nowadays, if you drink, you have to set a tag for that. Excessive alcohol drinking. Or tobacco or marijuana. If you're doing something that's sexually charged, you need to set a tag for that. If you swear a lot, you have to set a tag for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the tags. And you can only set one at a time. And my tag is on excessive alcohol use. Even though I don't drink excessively, I only have 6 fucking beers. But that's enough that you have to have the tag for it. But this is not sexually explicit. It's a volleyball game. They're in bikinis. Yeah, only. No. I do only have 6 beers, man. 6 16-ounce beers. Which equals 8 12-ounce beers. But hey, man, I only drink once a week. Back in the day, I used to drink 5 or 6 days a week. 12 to 14 beers. So, nowadays, once a week, 8 beers, that's it. And I've been doing this for months now, man. So, and my life is so much better because of it. In fact, I will today be enrolling in my holistic sciences program. School for metaphysics healing is what I want to do. So, but there's many other things as well, GM. I won't talk about them on the stream because it's a public platform. Because I will be uploading this video to YouTube, and I will be deleting the stream from Twitch and deleting it from Kick. I keep all my videos only on YouTube, but so I don't like to talk a lot about it. Because, you know, if I want to talk more about things, I'll post it in the Discord. But if you have seen in the Discord, you can see where my life has gone. And it is 10 times better than it used to be, man. And it's only getting better. And do you know what my main problem was? It was the fucking drinking, dude. It was the fucking drinking. But hey, I have Saturday off. I have Saturday off every week. So if I want to have a few beers on Friday night, that's okay. But I do not drink during the week. But that was my problem, man. Yeah, well, my tolerance is pretty high, though. But once a week, that's okay, you know? It's the way I look at it. And not only that, I can use the calories. I weigh like 135 pounds, dude. I'm underweight. I'm on a pescatarian diet. I don't know if you know that. Again, I share these things in the Discord. I've been on a pescatarian diet for months, like over 3 months now. I can have dairy and eggs, but I try to stay away from them. It's mostly fruits and vegetables. If I eat meat, it's fish or shellfish. But I've lost tons of weight, dude, and I was already skinny to begin with. But yeah, for me, I drink 6 16-ounce beers, which is equivalent to 8 beers. 8 12-ounce beers. No, man. So that's what I cannot eat. I can have no land meat at all. So no cow meat and no poultry, chicken. But I can have fish. But I emphasize, I focus on the vegan part of it, fruits and vegetables. But I do eat fish. So these are Japanese controls. Well, dude. If you look at it, GM, it is real food. It's called live food. It's so much better for you, dude. I might not weigh a lot, but I have the energy when I was 20 years old, and I'm 35, will be 36. I have the energy when I was 20. It's live food. It's extremely good for you. Meat? No, it is. What is not real food is meat, because that's dead. And do you know what cancer you can get from it? Increases your cancer? Colorectal cancer. And that is one of the most aggressive cancers. And it's bad for your heart. It's extremely bad. And not only that, it's extremely bad for the environment. Dude, I've changed my life around so much, Jim. Even, I'm very conscious of, like, my water usage, like disposable plates and stuff. Like, I use styrofoam every now and then, but I try to use, like, paper because it disposes easier for the environment. Dude, my life has done, like, a complete 180 shift. And all of it was because of the fucking drinking, dude. Yes, the drinking might have got me views, but was it good for me? No, it was not. It was fucking horrible. Was my diet good for me? No. No, GM, overall, man, you can't really argue against vegan diet. Yes, there might be pesticides, but it's still much better than a meat diet. I have to tell you. I don't mean to be on that train, you know, and better than thou. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just like saying, statistically, it's much better for you, dude. It really, really is. It's live food, and it's very good for you. But that is my problem, is I'm having trouble maintaining my weight, man. But that tells you how bad that shit was. I stopped it, and I lost like 20 pounds, dude. It's really bad shit for you, man. It's extremely bad. Your gut is very important. It really is, man. You're not for it? That's fine, man. I don't hold anything against you, and I don't judge you either. You know, I don't. I'm just telling you what my experience is and how I feel about it. And I feel really good about it, man. Even with lost weight, my energy is like I was 20 years old, man. Even my neighbor the other day, he's like, you look like you're 19 years old. I'm like, I'm 35. He's like, what? I've had other people tell me that as well. They're like, dude, they had no idea I was in my 30s, mid-30s. They thought I was like 19, 20, 21. Yeah, but it's not just grass, Jim. It's beans and lentils and things like that. You know? You can get protein from vegetables. Tofu. I'm telling you, it's much healthier, and it's also much cheaper. There you go, girl. Is that Rio with the copium mask? That's funny. Too much copium. Ooh, 3.0. There we go. Are you planning on getting Silent Hill 2 when it releases? Oh, there we go. Lost one. It's PlayStation 5 exclusive for the first year, it looks like. And, fuck, let me pause this. I missed that. For the first year, it's PlayStation 5 exclusive, and then it comes to a computer after that. Bloober Games, what's that? I said Silent Hill 2. The devs are making it? I don't know what Bloober Games are. I don't know what that means. Silent Hill 2, it's PlayStation 5 exclusive for the first year. And then after that, it comes to PC. So again, I don't know if this is something that needs to be set a category for like sexual or anything. I mean, it's just girls in bikinis playing volleyball. So today, I'm going to be making for my meal prep tilapia, macaroni, and cheese. So I'm going to make macaroni and cheese, and I'm going to add tilapia fish to it. So tilapia, mac and cheese, and then for dessert, cinnamon toast crunch Rice Krispies. And I'm going to put some Hershey's white chocolate chips in it. So every week, every Saturday, I do a meal with a dessert. And that's my weekly meal prep. It's enough food for me for a week because I make it in bulk. The Medium, Blair Witch, Layers of Fear, all bad games. Oh, okay. And so they're the same devs doing Silent Hill 2. Oh, okay. I see. Ah, okay. So you think it's gonna be a bad game, huh? Yeah, I don't know. You know, one thing I don't like is I don't like the way that James looks. I think he looks so much different. They're gonna ruin it, are they? So I think the reason it's shifting the view like that is because of my... Nice as Spaiku. It's because of my fucking joystick. It's all fucked up. I've dropped this controller so many times and it's like fucked it up. Oh shit. Oh man. See how it switches like that? Guess it's okay. There we go, game set. Nice and spiky. Alright, so it looks like I have a half an hour left. I'll do one more match, and then I'll wind down the stream. Ooh, let's play a butt battle. Even that... Change category, even that Twitch is broken? I don't know what you mean. Like a look at the AI, man. Ah. You see how it glitches like that? It's because my fucking what is it? Dead center? It's so fucked up, man. I think there's like shit in the controller, you know? Like granules or dust or some shit. It's so fucked up. Yeah, man. That's why I like to use the Xbox controller and set it so that it uses it as a PlayStation controller. But it's so fucked up. Yes, it is. Alright, rock climbing, I guess, and then I'll do... After that, I'll do half an hour to wind down with. I'm almost at 3 hours, so I'm gonna keep it at 3.5. So I'm using the NVENC encoder. I was using X24, which is the CPU, for the longest time. But I'm using the NVENC encoder. I think it looks really nice. Looks pretty damn good. And it frees my CPU. Yeah, do you see that shit? That's why I prefer not to use the fucking PlayStation controller, like I said. Alright, 3 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. Yeah, I know. She looked fucking really good. I agree. That's what I'm saying, man. This Invink encoder makes things look really nice. Alright, we'll wind it down here. Got about 29 minutes. Yeah, I need to get a new PlayStation 4 controller, but these PlayStation 4 controllers are still like $50. Even in 2023, a new one is still like $50. That's why I just use the Xbox controller, and there's a program I use where it uses it tricks it into thinking it's PlayStation 4, essentially. So, this is no copyright free, but you know the anime Evangelion? Yes, Evangelion. Yes, I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say that I think this is Evangelion. I didn't know for sure, so I guess it is. I know it's a pretty popular anime. Pretty cool. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't want to risk it because uh not only does YouTube block audio, nowadays even visual shit. Uh Again, I'm gonna delete this stream off of Twitch and off of Kick. All of my videos only go on YouTube, but YouTube is extremely aggressive when it comes to um, copyrighted content. Extremely aggressive. So, I mean, like, a lot of this I can't even watch. Although I'd like to. But Mr. Beast in 5 years. So I heard that he's getting close to being a billionaire. Like, that's so fucking crazy, man. Jesus Christ. What a life, man. But hey, you gotta give it to him. He is very philanthropic. Uh, you know? He helps a lot of people. Communities. So he doesn't... He uses money to help people. Instead of just get rich. So that's why people like him. I like him for that as well, you know? If I had all that money, I would do the same thing. Of course, take care of myself, my family, but all the rest, I mean, why not? What do you need to hold on to all that money for? You know, so good on him. Good on that guy, man. He does deserve it because, I mean, he seems to be anyway. I don't know him, of course, just from YouTube, but... So Linus Tech Tips, I don't even know if I could even watch that. That's something I'd like to look at. There was something I was looking at earlier. I don't even know if I can watch it because... What is it called? Arrow... some Windows program. I forget what it's called. Arrow Tweaker, I think. I was wondering if I should use it. Some people said don't. Because it'll, you could mess up some things. Must be this. See, I don't know if I could watch Linus. And so I'm not signed in, but trust me, I follow this channel. I like this guy too. This, I guess he's part of his channel. Win Arrow Tweaker, yeah, so I was thinking about using it. But yeah, I like this guy right here. He has a good personality. Yeah, I was watching a video the other day about turning an old computer you have into a dedicated server. You can even use an old laptop and create your own server. So you don't have to use like cloud services and stuff. That's pretty interesting, you know? Because I have like 4 or 5 old laptops. So it's interesting. Yeah, well, it's this program, Win Arrow Tweaker. You can use it with any Windows operating system, apparently. But again, I don't even know if I can even watch this because it might cause a block for me. I'd love to, but I just don't know if I can. I don't want to cause a... I'd like to have as few blocks as possible, so... YouTube is extremely aggressive, and nowadays is not only music, but also visual shit. They'll block you even on visuals. But yeah, the Arrow Tweaker GM, it's for every Windows operating system. It's a program. It's not a theme or whatever, it's a program. And by the way, I really like Windows Vista. That was one of my favorite Windows operating systems, was Windows Vista. I know a lot of people don't like Vista, and I don't know why. I really liked Windows Vista. I thought it was very similar to Windows XP. Oh, did they? In 2012, on YouTube. Interesting. I didn't think that, I thought that that was something that was new. Because I've only noticed it recently. Because I've watched, like, videos that have had copyrighted material, video and audio. And all it did was mute the audio. And here recently, like within the past couple of weeks, now it does audio visual, where it blocks also the video if it's copyrighted. So, was the drivers. I see. Okay. So is that why people have problems with it? Okay. Yeah, I never had a problem with Windows Vista. And I really liked it. I thought it was a really good operating system, personally. You know, I really enjoyed it. I really did. So, on Capcom, I'm Resident Evil 6. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, you can't really do anything, you know? I mean, what can I do then for the next 18, 17 minutes? I mean, I guess I could pull up Unity and show that. I don't know. There isn't really much to show there, though. I mean, what I shared in Discord is pretty much it. I guess I'll just take my chances.
Don't lie. You filled that nice, squeaky clean Windows install with garbage, didn't you? Oh, I get it. You want to chat with your friends and download games and edit videos. But did you ever stop to think that all those things could be killing your FPS? Now, of course, everyone knows that having programs open in the background consumes system resources. So it stands to reason that a lightweight Windows install should perform better. But do you need to be concerned about that if you have a modern system? Well, in this video, sponsored by Seasonic, we'll be finding out exactly what sort of effect all the junk you might have running in the background will have on your gaming performance, and whether you should get rid of it, and if getting rid of it will even fix the problem.
Well, he's always sponsored.
In order to A/B test anything, you need
He's
to
a
eliminate
big-
as many variables
I mean,
as possible. That makes setting up our
There's
test
like a
here
lot of
little
technology
bit
companies
tricky
that send
because here's the
him
thing.
stuff that
Even
isn't even
two
on the market yet.
Identical model CPUs or GPUs can have marginally different performance characteristics. So that means that every one of our benchmarks needs to
An
be run on
11700K
exactly
and
the
unlocked.
same hardware, not just the same
I want to get a
down to even our
an i5 11400F, which does not have a integrated graphics
Super
chipset.
quiet fan and 80+ titanium efficiency. The only
Freeware was
non-identical part
recommending
is
that I go
all
for the
boot
K,
drives. We've got a pair of crucial
but it's like 30 or 40 more
P5
dollars.
SSDs. We're gonna have the full details of our
And I
version
don't need
our affiliate
it.
links
You know what I mean?
The hardware's
This
not the story
GTX
today, though.
1660
Where things
Super,
get really interesting is in
it
software.
was brand new
Both
when I
of our
got it.
drives were configured with a fresh install of Windows 10.
Brand new
then
from
we
the
applied
vendor.
Identical update regimens. That is where the similarities end. The clean build got only what was required for operation.
He talks
System
about it while
drivers,
doing the video, it's so
Steam,
annoying.
Replay, Epic Games Launcher, and NVIDIA's
end of the
GPU
videos.
drivers, plus Chromium for a light-ish
Right.
browsing experience. Oh, and 7-zip.
I know
because
that
we
there's the
we then
overclocking,
went a
but
step further and installed Win Arrow Tweaker. It's a super cool little tool
First
that
of all,
tricks Windows' ability to phone home.
my graphics card has overclocking. It's a GTX 1660 Super OC, which is overclocking. I can overclock this graphics card, apparently. But what would that raise the temperature to? You know what I mean? And also, if you overclock a CPU, that increases the temperature and the wattage usage. So I would have to get something. I have just air coolers. A lot of people just say air coolers are the best. Like liquid cooling used to be the big thing. And now it's air coolers. Those are the best. But what about an AIO cooler? You know, liquid cooler there. That might be necessary. It already is overclocked. That's what OC means. Okay. So I don't have to overclock it myself. That's what I didn't understand. I didn't know if I had to do that on my own or not. So it's already set that way. Okay.
AKA telemetry, as well as putting a stop to things that most people don't need, like Cortana, Windows Ink Workspace, Task View, and the like. It also attempts to intercept Windows updates before they are forced on the PC, like the Windows malicious software removal tool, a notorious resource hog. As for the dirty build, it's downright filthy. We've got multiple pieces of security software fighting for resources. Then we've got Skype, Discord, Spotify, ShareX, Logitech gaming software, Corsair IQ, Steam, Ubisoft Connect, Epic Games Launcher. Whew, it's a lot of stuff. And the craziest part is that it's not that crazy, and these are all things that a normal gamer could easily have running behind the scenes. To add a little bit of a dynamic load, we're also throwing a 4K video on YouTube running in the background because I heard Zoomers are super into multitasking. Let's start then with idle loads.
Well, I'm not going to try that.
That was a snappy boot up.
I
and Task Manager.
Don't want to. I would like to put as less
1% CPU, of which
effort on these peripherals as possible. So, Zoomers.
Not too shabby. I don't know if I've actually seen that before. 0% CPU.
What's our RAM at?
And for memory, we're sucking back a whopping 2.3 gigabytes. Not much else to say other than
I treat my things very gently.
Time to see the dirty boy.
That's why I
Yes,
have shoes and clothes that I've had for years.
Gen 3 drive, it's fine. There it is.
Technology I've had
no
for
lag.
years.
It's the coating on the screwdriver.
Because I treat it like a baby.
That's why I wasn't able to short
Other
it.
than my PlayStation 4 controller, where is it? Over there.
Actually, it's gonna
Which
be
has
ran
fallen
hoodies
on the
before
floor
we
quite a
have,
few times.
Screwdrivers like that available. V2, baby. Got pockets for days. That's a dirty welcome.
But I treat my things like a baby.
Oh god, the Microsoft Store is still here.
So overclocking puts undue stress, you know what I mean? It's just not something I'd really want to
Having
do.
malwarebytes on your computer is a perfectly legit thing to do. Oh god, of course.
If I had a cooling system for it, maybe.
Glary
But
utilities, Colin.
I just clicked all the boxes on Nanite.
You know,
A Philips
all things
driver.
considered, not that bad in terms of
I didn't see
CPU
that.
usage anyway. But it's
Oh.
the coating on the screwdriver tip, Colin. That's why I wasn't able to short it before.
For 30 bucks.
Actually, it's going to be WAN hoodies before we have screwdrivers like that available. V2, baby. Got pockets for days. That's a dirty welcome. All right. Oh god, the Microsoft Store.
Well,
is
magnetized
still here.
tip, I
Got some malware
guess.
bytes down here. I mean,
Yeah,
to be
30
fair,
bucks
on the
is a little
settings,
bit
it has
expensive,
bloat.
I'd have
It
to
didn't
say.
mean, like, bad bloat. Having malwarebytes on your computer is perfectly legit thing to do. Oh god, Corsair device update. What the hell is glary utilities, Colin?
I just clicked all the boxes on Nanite.
You know?
There was one where he used like a, what was that? It's like a huge CRT. Yeah, like look at that. It's fucking crazy. Oh my god.
This is what happens when you run your mouth on the internet. I thought I was a cool NEC variant that was shown at the 2009 Macworld event where a hefty $8,000 price tag was
And other
given.
videos he
Then
did.
There's ours.
A
the
backpack
Extendo
for
Technology
250?
CRVD
Jeez.
43-inch curved display. And when this was
Yeah, that's
first
CRT,
sold
man. It's
for
fucking
a very
crazy.
brief period in
So cool.
2009, at its cheapest, it was a modest $6,500 US, which is kind of crazy because that's actually very close to what we ended up paying for it. Now, at every event where the display was shown, it made headlines. Anyone who saw it, I mean, look at this, 2008.
Alright, we got about 9 minutes here.
wowed by both
I'm gonna
the
keep it at
current
3.5
nature of the
even.
display and
But
how
goddamn,
awesome
is that
it
cool, isn't
like
it?
Sitting about two, I just have like a and the contact tech support. What are the odds Stendo? Okay then. Oh, I
That is
see.
so cool.
So it's adjusting the brightness at the meeting point where they overlap. Oh, that's a little better actually. I just darkened it a bit more. Information. Yes, please. Tell me more.
Could you imagine how much that
2080
weighs?
by 900, 60 hertz, native sync type digital. Yeah, okay. In terms of
That is so cool.
responsiveness here, yeah, for a 60 hertz display, it's not bad. Like it feels fine. Now,
Yes, I agree.
There was a lot
I
of
agree.
confusion at the time because the thickness, the girth of this display led people to believe that it was a CRT, but it wasn't. And quite frankly, that's a bit of an unfortunate thing. If it was a CRT, it would definitely be even heavier than it is.
Wait,
actually,
so
by
it's not a
considerable
CRT?
margin. But it would also have better image clarity and better brightness. It kind of buzzes
That
different
is a CRT.
sounds
What does he mean it
depending on
isn't?
how much of the display is actually active. That's
Yeah,
so
but that
weird.
is a CRT. But he said it
Everything
isn't.
about this thing is so weird. What even is this aspect ratio? 32 by 10 in game?
Dude,
The
that's
lines
so
are
cool.
Really not that noticeable, especially from that 2-foot sweet spot. Like it's really tuned. Like if I'm in here, I can make it out. And if I'm out here, I can make it out. But like right here, holy crap, like it feels really responsive. Like,
Man, that's
holy
awesome.
crap. My mind would have been absolutely blown to try something like this. No wonder it made headlines at every show that they demoed the thing. Interestingly, I'm not getting any noticeable rainbow effect, and normally I find it quite noticeable on DLP displays. I don't know if that just
So
has
it's
to do with the small size of it or my proximity
So
to
what
it,
is
or-
this?
Or what the deal is there.
Ascendo's specialty was LEDs back then.
Interesting. You can see how the start menu's like kind of pink over on this side, and then it's more like dark here. There's no way that you'd be doing. Let us know in the comments below. Let's squeeze 2 videos out of this thing. Let's make up some.
Anyway, freaking cool, man. You can download it. What? Yeah, I like this guy's channel. He's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool dude. He said it that you can download a monitor. Yeah, but I like his channel. All kinds of cool stuff. I hope that it doesn't give me an issue with when I upload this later. Because as soon as I end the stream, I'm going to delete it off of Twitch, and I'm going to delete it off of Kick. Well, I'm going to download it first from Twitch, then delete it off of Kick, and then upload it to YouTube, but I hope there isn't an issue here. But anyways, today, what I'm going to be doing is gotta go do some grocery shopping, and then I'm gonna do some cooking. I'm gonna do some tilapia macaroni and cheese and some Cinnamon Toast Crunch Rice Krispies. So I do the cooking every every Saturday. And like I said, that gives me food for the week. So I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I'd say that like 80% of my diet is fruits and vegetables. And I have, for the other 20%, fish or shellfish. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I could cut it, but that involves me uploading it into a video editor and cutting it. And I'm not going to worry about it, so I'm just going to upload it as is, but if anything, it will just mute the Linus videos. It won't give me a strike, but it'll just give him the revenue, which is fine, I don't care. I mean, I'm so far away from being a partner, you know, so and I don't do YouTube or Twitch or any of these streaming sites for partner anyway. It's a hobby of mine. It always has been, so. Man, that monitor is so freaking cool, man. Holy shit. That is so cool. Alright, looks like I got about 3 minutes here, so I'll put it on a copyright free, I guess. Jim, it was good to talk with you, and I hope you're doing alright. Like I says, I was thinking about you the other day, so good to hear from you. Over 90,000. Wow, that's a lot. Holy shit, dude. I think my highest video is like 3.6k views or some shit, and it's a short, so not even a video, but it's a short. And shorts naturally get more views anyway, so you got like $1. Yeah, so that's the thing is like they can either split the revenue with you or take it all. But it was ads revenue, I see. Well, I'll be on next Friday, which I think is August 4th, I believe. Yeah, August 4th. So I will be on August 4th, next Friday. And, oh, Jim, thanks for coming in, man. Like I said, it was good to chat with you, and I hope you're doing alright, man. And, thanks for chatting with me. I appreciate it, dude. Really, you're the only person I've chatted with. There's been a couple of other people that have stopped by, but just kind of like, hey, hello, you know, and so one person was asking me if the Final Fantasy was the game I developed. In August when the temps start to drop. Oh, okay. Alright. You saw that? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was funny. Well, alright then. Well. Yeah, that was funny. Well, I thank you for coming in, and I'll see you next week. And Jim, I'll look for you for coming up August. Oh, yeah.